trash. It's a refrain we've been guilty of uttering about a player more than once, right? All of us. I'm not innocent either. Of course, we aren't talking about in comparison to normal people like me or Arnovitz or your boy Sal, who's probably chilling on his couch watching this right now as he's going to town on some really cheesy nachos. No, the worst player on the worst NBA team is better at basketball than 99.9% of anyone you know. So right now, I'm obviously talking in relation to their peer group of other world-class basketball players. A guy doesn't play or plays infrequently, and when he does play, it's not any good, so we rush to surmise, oh, he must be bad. He's trash. It can happen to a young player who's struggling to find his way in a dysfunctional situation, or an old player who doesn't quite fit with his team's new direction, or even a player in his prime making max salary. But if this league has taught us anything, it's that one man's trash is another man's treasure. See, outside of the very best players, your LeBrons, your Durants, your Giannis's, most players are incredibly reliant on being in the right situation, a system that prioritizes their strengths, an organization that has patience to wait on development, or a coach who envisions using the player in a way he's never been used before. It's kind of like when Doc Brown came back from 2015 and threw a half-empty beer can into the DeLorean's Mr. Fusion. McFly family trash was fuel for the time machine. You see it at the trade deadline in the Warriors' excitement over acquiring the chronically underachieving Andrew Wiggins, where they hope their free-flowing offense and high IQ environment can unlock his many talents. But really, the time for this kind of optimism for second chances comes in the next 10 days, as players hit the buyout market and hope to get picked up before the March 1st deadline. We've already seen the Charlotte Hornets jettison two vets in Marvin Williams and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, both of whom reportedly already found new homes in Milwaukee and Dallas, respectively. The freshly traded Dion Waiters promptly was bought out in Memphis and has now been linked to perhaps join the Lakers. Reggie Jackson is reportedly weighing a buyout in Detroit and might join the Clippers. Mo Harkless, John Henson, Wayne Ellington, Tyler Johnson, these are all players who either have already or might join the ranks of buyouts who will be looking to join contenders after falling out of favor in their current situation. And they'll be in high demand, because what's not ideal in Detroit or New York or Phoenix may be just what the doctor ordered in LA or Milwaukee. So I have a proposal. Let's stop calling players who don't perform trash or garbage. Since they might resurface elsewhere as productive members of winning teams, let's call them recyclables, right? So, Paul, now that Darren Collison reportedly is going to stay retired, which recyclable player out there left on the market? Oh, renewable, there you go. Yeah. Hey, that's a good one. Which one would best fit the Lakers?
I'm not sure if there's a good fit out there for them. I mean, what do we say the Lakers need? They probably need more playmaking just to take pressure off LeBron. Now, Dion Waiters is out there, but how much of a playmaker is he? He's more of a scoring guard, similar in the ways he shoots, he drives, but no, not so much a playmaker. So I'm not sure there's a guy out there that can help the Lakers, truthfully.
You got a name?
Tyler Johnson, maybe. I'm kind of with Paul in the sense that it's ball handling, 12 minutes a night. I mean, that's what we need. I mean, I guess I could go with Tyler Johnson. I mean, Reggie, it sounds like he might be leaning Clippers, but obviously that's another one. Again, a guy, though, who is kind of a scoring one more than a playmaking one.
So let me give you guys a couple of names of players who were not on rosters this year, but could be in this category. Jamal Crawford.
Love Jamal, but, hasn't played an NBA game in quite some time. And also, shooter or playmaker?
True that. But this is what we're talking about. Is this going to be a player that's going to get them through the regular season? Because we all know, because once the playoffs start, that rotation gets cut down. So as a guy that's being thrown as trash into another man's treasure, is he going to be able to make that rotation?
What about?
That's what's important.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I don't want to throw water on this, but I do feel like there's 2 weeks every February we get really into buyout markets and combinations, and somehow this guy is going to have an enormous effect on winning in May and June. When, by and large, Paul's right. We're talking about plugging a little hole.
Well, this is what I'm going to say before I drop another name for you guys. The Lakers, we saw, I was there Saturday in Golden State, and they had a big lead, and LeBron sat and was getting iced up and everything because game over. And the Warriors, the worst team in the league, make a comeback. LeBron's got to unwrap and go back out there and play. So we poo-poo in regular season, but they need someone right now who can keep the ship afloat when LeBron sits. So here's another name, J.R. Smith. He's been working out. My guy Perk said he saw him work out, looked great. With J.R. Smith, Paul, is that a name?
Like I said, it's another name. You've been sitting all year. You know, I'm not so sure about guys that's been suited. Yeah, maybe JR can come in and make some shots, but we're talking about taking some ball handling duties away from LeBron. You know, they have Rondo, and Rondo's a little older now, and I expect Rondo to be a lot better once playoffs start. But if you're just talking about a guy to get through the regular season, yeah, you could say JR. Yeah, you could say Dion Waiters. Yeah, if Reggie Jackson gets balled out, you could use him. But as far as making an impact in the playoffs, I'm not so sure.
Do you think they're even looking for a piece?
I mean, I think they got to be looking for a
right. They got to kick
right.
The tires.
I mean, just yeah. I mean, they are holding. First of all, they might be clinging on to the 1 seed in a couple of weeks, just because the Clippers are really good and Denver and Utah are really good. But I do think that yeah. I mean, they don't have a lot of pure ball handling, and to the extent that even you want LeBron always handling the ball. See, he's already doing more of that than I probably want him to do.
One last name for you. He's playing, but not in the NBA right now. Mm-hmm. He's played for Frank Vogel, and he's played with LeBron James. Lance Stevenson.
Like I said, I mean, these guys is all in the same boat.
It's not, store-brand. Like, you got to sometimes
now you're dealing with chemistry
stuff.
Issues. It's just so much you got to deal with at this point in the season with like 30 games left that, I wouldn't mess with my team. They're in first place.
This is what I call the if I have to ask rule.
Oh, okay. Man. Y'all are tough, man. Okay. You guys don't like to recycle reuse.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.